All right, y'all, we're recording. Okay. Happy Saturday, gals. Happy close to the end of May. Summer's coming. Can you feel it? It's supposed to be a nice day today if it doesn't rain. And that's a good feeling. Feels like the world is very, very slowly returning to normal. And by normal, we all know that that means nothing. But anyway, it's good to feel good, and it's good to see, a new version of normalcy on the horizon. And I think, this week I've seen a lot of people posting that like, my gym is open again. Yay, I can go back to the gym. And I'm like, yay, good for you. I'll stick to my home workouts, thank you. So I was thinking about that this past week, and like, everyone wanting to go back to an old routine and go back to normal. And I think now is the time that we really lean into our challengers, and we lean into our groups, and we help people to realize how this has been helping them cope the last 8 weeks, how this has been helping them get results the last 8 weeks. And I didn't post it in my group this morning, but I plan to this afternoon to do like a weekend check-in. Where were you when you started? Where are you now? What have you accomplished? What are some victories that you have? What has been helping you make sense of all of this? What has this group been doing for you? Things like that. And just reaching out to those people and seeing how this has made an impact, because as we know, everything's been closed. So people haven't been going anywhere. Has this helped them? If so, what has it helped them with? And then taking those testimonials and turning them into stories, and turning them into posts, and turning them into, a way that you can reach people who maybe are still uncertain about going back to the gym, or who are still uncertain about going out in public. And I saw this post about these people that have been going to the gym and working out with their masks on, and are like hyperventilating and like can't get proper ventilation, and are like passing out during their workouts and stuff because they're not getting enough oxygenation to their lungs. And I had to kind of laugh and go, well, yeah, like, I mean, you're not supposed to breathe your own air. You're supposed to breathe fresh air. So like when you're doing heavy lifting workouts and tons of cardio, and you're like recycling your own CO2, that can't be good for you. And that's why people are passing out. So anyway, so that is on my agenda for this week, to really dive in, lean in, see how people have been helped, see how, the results are coming through, as we know, as we're doing our check-ins, as we're doing our private messages and talking to people. And we're getting those messages that are like, oh my gosh, I'm down 3 pounds this week. Oh my gosh, I'm finally getting nutrition. I'm getting a handle on nutrition. So lean into those people, lean into this team, lean into each other. And I'm sure we can all share some victories. I posted just this week, I stopped drinking booze during the week, and I cut out sugar, and I saw a change from just sticking to my meal plan. And I've had so many messages from people asking like, what are you doing? What's on your meal plan? Like, are you still having carbs? Like silly things that I'm like, no, I'm just doing what I always do. I'm just doing less of booze and sugar. Like I'm just being a little bit more balanced. And it's still, I think, so hard for some people to comprehend that like you can literally still just eat healthy and have balance and work out and get results, that you don't have to dive into a big fancy diet or the next fad or next best thing, or take, crazy pills and supplements and diet stuff to do it. So, so I've really been diving into nutrition this month. And I've been rewatching the 2B Mindset videos and the Ultimate Portion Fix videos, and on things like, emotional eating and plateau, and breaking through a plateau, and getting on the scale, and using portions and carbohydrates and all those things. And if you own those programs, I would, if you've gone through them, gotten your certification, excellent. But the refresher has been very refreshing for nutrition for not only myself, but like I feel like I have more content to give in my groups and more content to share in my stories. And that's always been the biggest challenge for so many people, is getting that nutrition right and understanding nutrition. And we have those amazing tools. Last night I've been talking to a girl for a week about getting started in one of my groups. And she said, I've done this and that in the past, and I've tried this company and that company, and I've used all these supplements, and I've just never had results. And she had never really done anything for nutrition. And so when I did get her signed up, I added on the Ultimate Portion Fix kit. I sent her a graphic for both 2B Mindset and Ultimate Portion Fix. And she's, likes to count macros and things like that. And she said, and I sent her from the BB Links app. There are so many resources in there. Guys, I haven't even, I completely forgot at how much amazing stuff is in that BB Links app. So coach training, it's all in there. Coach back office tutorials, it's all in there. Compensation plan, it's all in there. You can go in there and dive into literally any video that you have a question about becoming a new coach, becoming a coach. What is Beachbody On Demand? What is 2B Mindset? What is Ultimate Portion Fix? And in the videos, there are links for everything. So if you have a challenger who's like, I'm really curious about Ultimate Portion Fix, can you tell me more? You can type all the paragraphs you want, or you can go into BB Links and copy and paste a video and send it right to them. Same thing with if you have a coach who's like, how do I hit Success Club? You can search for graphics and you can do all those things, or you can go into the back office or go into BB Links and click on one of those videos and send it. Same thing with compensation plan. And it's precisely detailed, and sometimes it's a little corporate-y, but all those things are in there for us to use. And there's a bunch of brand new coach tutorial type stuff in there too. So maybe take a little extra time to just go through and just kind of search some things in there. So if you have any questions, or if you're getting the same questions over and over, those are really great resources. And you can even share them in your challenge groups and stuff too. But I did send her that Ultimate Portion Fix kit, and as she signed up with a challenge pack, and she signed up with both Shakeology and Performance Line. And the Performance Line, I was able to add that in there, and it added in the 18 packets versus the 20 serving tub. So I don't know if that's probably the new temporary thing that we're going to be doing until everything gets restocked again on the 25th. But I had to play around with her share cart for a little bit and try to figure out what worked. And then I added on the Ultimate Portion Fix kit, the containers, the cookbook, the workbook, the logbook, all of that stuff. And she enrolled as a coach, ended up being an additional $39, which is such a steal, because those challenge packs are $180. And just to order the digital kit, or just to order the kit itself, pops up for $119. So to add that on, and they get everything with it for $39 as a coach, it's an incredible offer. And it's absolutely worth having the conversation with them about nutrition, about the nutrition program add-ons. And if somebody is very serious about this, as I feel like most people are who are signing up, they're investing in themselves, they're investing money, then have that conversation. I know sometimes it's hard to have, hard to say, have you really thought about, or if you're not even feeling as comfortable with it, I would just dive into those videos and get more comfortable with those programs, especially if you haven't done them yet. It may be a great time to add something like that on and just work through those videos on your own. But those programs are great. They're there for a reason. We know how many people have been helped by following a better mindset with 2B Mindset and using the principles that Ilana teaches, and how many people have been helped by implementing the containers and using portions to add into their meal planning and stuff. So nutrition has been a big one for me right now. And I've been putting that into my posts a lot more this week and into my stories. And I've had a lot of really good feedback. So, and I think, we can probably all agree that stress eating happens, and it's a common theme during quarantine, and so is stress drinking and copious amounts of booze. And I think that's extremely relatable for people right now. I posted in the, there's a Made for More group that's like a Rachel Hollis group, and I posted the same side by side that I posted the other day, and I had a lot of responses from that, and a lot of people that were saying very similar things, like, man, I've been consuming too much booze, I've been eating too much sugar, like it's been really, really challenging right now. So share what you're going through, your struggles, your challenges, the things that are helping keep you on track. That's, you know, what people are wanting to see and what people are relating to. Anyway, okay, so continuing on with nutrition, we are going to kick off June with a 3-day refresh. If anybody wants to do that, I have mine. I was going to do it immediately after Memorial Day, but I may wait because next week is my last week of 10 rounds, and I plan on maybe doing it the following week, and like kicking off June 1st and then giving people a chance. So I'm going to post that in my challenge group this weekend and invite people to join to do that. If that's something that you're interested in doing, I will post it in the team page. I'm not going to create a big separate group for it. I'll just do a message thread with the people I know that are doing it. If you are doing it and you want to be in that message thread, don't hesitate to reach out. Yes, okay. Moving on. Any questions about any of that stuff? So a couple exciting things are coming around the bend for the month of June, and one of them is Dream Team Olympics. And I don't have all of the details yet, but it is going to be like a health bet, but for your business. So like a buy-in, a cash pot, split the pot, like rank advance, open to the whole downline. Usually we've done them in the past, and they've gone really, really well. And if you are pushing for next step goals in your business, if you want to, usually it's like a, you know, hit Success Club 2 by the end of week 1, hit Success Club 4 by the end of week 2, hit Success Club 6, 10, you know, whatever. And then like if you're rank advancing your business, then you're earning points for that. And then there's going to be a big cash pot and a payout. And I think it's going to go through the end of June. So I know that Melanie is putting some things together for that group specifically. It's going to be some top leaders within the Dream Team organization, lots of good, valuable content, stuff that if you are building a business, this is the stuff that you're going to want to be a part of. This is the stuff that's going to help grow your business. These groups are great. I know that like, you know, a push group is sometimes like, oh, I'm overwhelmed. But sometimes the stuff that comes out of this group, even if your only takeaway is like watching videos from top leaders who have talked about what have helped them grow their business, what have helped them grow their following organically, what have helped them, you know, with various things, whether it's understanding volume better, understanding income better, better conversations, social media posting, social media basics, things like that, Instagram growth tips. So all that kind of stuff is what usually we see in this group. So hopefully I'll have more information this week. There will be a buy-in likely, and it's going to be a team theme. So people are going to be, because it's Olympics, people are going to be put on teams together, and you're going to be working as a team to help each other grow your business, get results, things like that. So stay tuned for more information on that. And all right. Before I dive into leaderboards, does anyone have anything they want to share for this last week? Victories, challenges, struggles, exciting things, whatever. Melissa, can I call you out real quick? Are you? Yeah. Melissa, congrats. You just got your emerald back, which is exciting. I don't know if you noticed that this last week, but it popped up for me and I was like, oh, hey girl, there she is. But also you're starting the ultimate reset, right?
Well, hopefully it arrives today. I'm going to start it tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because I did the 3-day refresh like years ago. And when I did it, I was like, I want to do the ultimate reset. But I was always afraid. I'm like, oh, I don't know, 21 days is so long. And now I'm like, bring that shit on. I don't even care. Like I'm totally gonna do it and do it great. And if I don't, then who gives a shit? Like, I'm so excited. I'm really super pumped.
It's so good. I mean, it might be one of my new favorite programs now. Like, just the way that I felt, like just to see my body change, just the different foods and recipes and stuff. Like it's a lot of work, yes, but like if you're able to cook all your meals, like you can certainly do it. And yeah, it takes some prep, but like you can, there's like a reset and a crunch portion in there where you can like use several of the same recipes
I
throughout.
already found that.
You're cutting out, dude. Sorry. I didn't hear what you said.
Tried it.
I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry. You're cutting out.
Yeah, sorry. My internet's not great in here.
You're fine.
Yeah, so I found that meal prep, a quicker version of it, online. It was on the Beachbody blog, I think.
Yeah. I have I'll send you a document because I have a document with a whole bunch of things for Ultimate Reset that I'll send. And you can share that because Sam is doing it with you?
She already started, actually, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I have some other people that are still interested. So I'm hoping that it'll just be another tool that I can now like do this too, it'll be good for people to understand, like, it's okay to be a little hungry once in a while. And like, it's okay to not eat 12 things a day. And so I'm really looking forward to it. I think I'll learn a lot.
Yeah. There are, and on the Nutrition Plus app too, if you've purchased it, you can go into Ultimate Reset and all of the videos are in there. Like for every recipe, like there's like a video that like is like a cooking class recipe. And it tells you like, and there's just a bunch of really good resources on the app too. That was really, really helpful. I had a couple people do it. And one girl, I think she lost like 13 pounds and just like, she was like, I have never felt better. Like I've never and she was really struggling with drinking a lot. And she's like, it was just such a refresher to like have something to stick to that like meant something, and I think that's what's so good about it is like that accomplishment of doing something, because when you're following a workout program, you're like, yeah, whatever, I'll just eat whatever I want as long as I get my workouts done. But like when you're doing a nutrition program, like this is what you're doing, this is what you're eating. So yeah, awesome. I'm excited for you. I'm excited to hear what you think.
Thanks.
Anybody else have anything they want to share? Okay, I will move on. All right, leaderboards. Screen share. And are we there? Can you see my screen? All right, so we're kicking off May with a pretty good month, you guys. May is, it's been obviously another interesting quarantine month, but seeing people changing lives is always like just makes my heart pitter patter. Lots of excitement going on with this summer flash sale and all these bundle promos and being able to give people the best options that we can. And I think those conversations are really, really important to have. And I want to shout out Elizabeth this week, Elizabeth Shirley, because she has signed up first person and she just hit 20 pounds down this week as well. So a super big congratulations to her. to everybody who's on the leaderboards, inviting, having conversations, doing the things, you know, working your biz, showing up, and then everybody that's not on the leaderboards but is also doing those things. So even if you're, you know, you haven't signed somebody up with a challenge pack, you're, you know, your volume's not there yet, but you're showing up, you're changing lives, you're posting on social media, you're inspiring people, you're inviting to groups, you're enrolling people with a free trial, you're signing people up with a bod membership, things like that, that don't always pop up on, you know, our back office recognition, but just that is what makes our, you know, business world go round, is, you know, being authentically you, and just putting yourself out there, and the vulnerability that comes with it too, I think is, you know, is just really what it takes to kind of keep going. Oh, darn it, it went away. Whoops, whoa, what's happening? So anyway, congrats to everyone. We've got another full week left of this month. And I don't know if you guys saw my post in the team page yesterday, but I wanted to, hold on, get this out of here. I wanted to open that up and just talk a little bit about this real quick. And I will post those leaderboards in our team page today. So I posted this document yesterday in our team page about couch invites, and I like, this is my life now. Like I'm trying to work my biz as much as I can during the day, but I have just found that trying to mom and work and is very overwhelming for me a lot of times. And so I'm trying to squeeze it in when I can. I'm trying to power when I can. I'm trying to, you know, be present with my family and not be on my phone. And I think that's so important as well. So I thrive best in the evening when I take an extra 15 to 30 minutes to rock out some invites, 10 minutes even. And I do that, you know, as I sink into the couch, before we push play on Netflix, before I pour a glass of wine, before I fall asleep. I try to take a few minutes to send out some invites for the day. Whether it's people that have liked or commented on my post, whether it's people that have been watching my stories, and I don't always just stop at 10, but that little bit is helping me reach goals every month. That little bit is helping me with conversations that I'm having, with putting myself out there, and just not stressing about it. So I feel like if I can have, you know, if I can have 10 new conversations a day, then that's 10 new people that maybe they're not signing up right now. Maybe they're not interested right now. But maybe in the next 30 days, they're going to keep following my posts, and then they're going to reach back out and say, you know what, I think I will take you up on that offer. Like, tell me a little bit more about your group. So I put this together and posted it in the team page. And feel free to make a copy of this, save it, print it out if you want to. But I put a couple little sample invites in there, and you can share this with your coaches, your downline. And then you can just use this little chart to plug in your 10 names every day. So from yesterday through the end of the month. And basically, like, I know a go for no with 100 invites seems extremely intimidating. Like when you print that out and you're like, oh, I have to invite 100 people. But at the end of the day, like 10 minutes and 10 are done, and 10 days and 10 are done. And, you know, we can start with 1, we can start with 3, we can start with 5, but this commitment is well worth it, especially if you want to see growth in your business. So I put in here just a regular invitation, you know, for our June health bet, just a simple little couple sentence blurb. And then also, you know, if you're talking about coaching in your stories, that's a great time to invite to coaching. And I put a simple little coach invite in here too. So feel free to copy this. The link's in our team page. I'll post it in the chat as well if you want to make a copy. And that's what I've done. I did a copy, and I did mine last night, and I worked through 10 messages, conversations. And sometimes, you know, if this is during the day too, like I'll just plug those in And then, all right, I'm not that I'm done for the day, but if that's all I do that day, then great, because that's 10 more than I did the day before, or that's 10 more than than not. So, so this is a little simple, easy way to track, and then a couple invites on there. So I've sent this to my new coaches to help give them a little bit of guidance. Don't overthink it, just do it. And it's a great way to connect with people who are in your stories and following up. I'm not always the best at getting on a power hour, especially in the morning. But if I can do this, then I know I'm doing something to move my business forward. Amanda and Sarah are rocking out power hours every morning. If that's something that speaks to your heart, get on that. If you're like, I need a little bit more guidance, and they're usually working through like a recording of, like a Kim Fitzpatrick or like a coach in the business that is typically guiding those power hours. And then we do typically do like a 4:00 power hour. This week has been a mess for me, so I haven't been on every day at 4:00, but likely you can find somebody that's on at 4:00, or you can say, hey, I want to get on and work a little bit. Can somebody hop on with me? And likely somebody will. Amanda.
We are literally on every day at 4. So, and every day at like 5:15 in the morning. So
yeah,
if you need that, I feel like it's been consistent for about a month now. So
it makes a huge difference too. Like, I feel if it's, excuse my heavy breathing, like if it's changed anything, it's that confidence piece, knowing that I know what to do and I can follow it. And the reason we follow a video is because, it's 5:30 in the morning and we can't think. But you guys, I'm heavy breathing. Like, I sound ridiculous.
No, you don't.
But sorry. But I think it's that confidence piece too of like, it takes the thinking out of it for Amanda and I. Like, we literally hit play in the morning and we follow it. We get off.
Half the time we don't even have pants on. If we're being honest, there's no bras, there's no pants, and we look like straight up like trash. I'm not gonna lie, it's not pretty. But
I have been doing them also because I haven't been able to be on at 4:00 because of our schedule. Like, Brady's taking clinics at 4 virtually. So I'm not my 4:00 isn't as consistent as I'd like it to be, but I'm usually on about 2-ish too. Like, I try and kick out one more. So if anybody wants to jump on those, like Ashley said, send a text. Like, seriously, one of us will go, oh yeah, we'll jump on. And normally that's what we do.
mm-hmm.
Or even if it's like, oh yeah, I didn't do my workout, so I'll jump on Zoom and do my workout while you're working. Like, I mean, we're a community. We help each other out. So that's what we do. So, and like, share that with your other your people in your team and anybody else too. And yeah, I mean, for me, like, it took consistency over time to really get in that habit of doing things daily. And like, I did a lot of my power houring type stuff early on, like after my kids went to bed. Like, I would sit down with my tracker and I would be like, okay, these are the things that I need to do before I go to bed today. Or, I would rock out time in my car on my lunch break. Like, these are some things that I need to do real quick. But
Sarah and we totally forgot, and it was on a call this morning because we watched a different call this morning than we usually do. And we'd both forgotten. If you are not like a pencil and paper person, there's a virtual tracker. Like, download the Success Club business tracker app and you can do, like, it's all virtual on there. So if you don't want to print out your tracker every week, make sure you've got that app on your phone.
It's called SCBAT. Let me open it. I haven't used it in a while, but yeah,
the other one is Sloth. I like this one because I plug my times in. So when I have to work in those pockets of time, like I can't sit down for an hour, I plug my times into Sloth and I just click on it and I can start and stop my timer. And I really like that too, because then my times are attached to it and I know what I've done and what I haven't done for the day, especially if I'm not home. So that
I
one,
love the timer function of that one.
You what?
I said I love the timer function because I'm like, I've gotten into the, well, how many can I do today?
Yeah, like beating the clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So this, real quick on this SCBAT, like you guys can see, like you literally just like check off boxes, drink Shakeology, like workout, and there you go. And like you can scroll back through. So if you, like if you're not a pen and paper person, I forget about this because I am a pen and paper person and I don't do it digitally, but it's really easy to do and keep track of, especially if you're like, if you're traveling, but if you're like, on the go all the time, or you're, like running around chasing kids and you're like, all right, I've got 15 minutes to sit down. Where's my notebook? Where's my pen? Oh, let me just pull this out real quick. And then you can save that. And then also like it pops up on your calendar, like things that you've been doing. Like obviously I don't use this, but like it shows you here, like these are the things that I've been doing, and it gives you like the little dot on your calendar that like your personal accountability is done for the day. So yeah, thanks for the reminder. That's a really great tool to use as well. I want to just touch on a couple things that are really driving results this month as far as business goes. And one of them is summer flash sale. And if you haven't done that yet, this is a great end of the month week to do it. Like end of May flash sale. I have in the team page, you can search summer flash sale, and all of those images and everything is in there for a summer flash sale. You can launch it today. You can launch it on Monday. You can do a Memorial Day flash sale. You can do whatever you want to do, whatever speaks to you. But I've just posted those images in there and I've just talked about it, and people have joined, and a lot of people have signed up through that flash sale. So if you're looking to hit goals this month, if you have people that, and even put it out to your challengers too. Like if somebody's like their Shakeology is coming up due for renewal, or their bod, this is a great way to say, hey, like all these promos are going on right now. You can snag this, you can do this. If you're a new coach, you should have promo codes in your inbox, and those can $10 off promo codes that can be used as well for challenge packs and things. So challenge packs, not and things, just challenge packs. So you can plug those in and have access to those to give people that extra $10 discount too. So that is a huge resource for you to even post in your challenge group. Hey, if you've been thinking about getting Shakeology. Hey, if you've been thinking on getting on the wait list for Performance Line. Like, hey, if you've been thinking about renewing your bod, or you do a quarterly bod, or you do a 6-month bod, do this because it's going to save you money and you're going to get a whole bunch of stuff for a lot less cost. And I feel like that's the primary objection that we hear from people is cost, price objection. So when you can take that price objection factor out of the equation, and sometimes just virtually showing them like, these are the images, that this is the price, this is what's included, that kind of just helps them understand. So there's that one image that somebody made in the Boss Babes group that is like fitness, nutrition, and like there's 3 bundle packages, and one is bod plus Shakeology, and it details it a little bit, bod plus performance, it details a little bit, and then both. And they're the 140, the 140, and the 200. And that's what I've been sending to people. And then I have that conversation about add-ons. I talk to them about collagen. I talk to them about nutrition programs. I talk to them about beach bars. I talk to them, if they're just doing Shakeology, I encourage them to add on a sampler pack of their Performance Line, because then they can try that too and see if they like it. If they're just doing Performance Line, I encourage them to get a sampler pack of Shakeology so they can try that and see if they like it too. And next month, we're going to launch a weekender kit, which is going to be, that's next month, right? It's like a beach bar, an Energize, a Recover. I'll have to share the details, but
yeah, they postponed it. I don't know if they'll actually end up doing it because it was supposed to go live this month and they postponed it.
I was gonna say, I thought it was like the end of
it was supposed to be like the 7th or something, and they postponed it to like the 5th of June. But I mean, I would be surprised if they do it. They almost ran out of bands, so they discontinued the home gym bundle even. So
we'll see if that's coming down the pipeline. But there was going to be like a little kit available that had like a bunch of little samples of something that people could purchase. You can always purchase your own supply and send them out or have them on hand to send out to people. I did packets this month for that very reason, and 2 boxes of Beach Bars and a thing of Energize mixed berry packets. So that way I have them on hand to send out to new challengers who enroll, and for purchase if somebody's like, what is that mixed berry stuff you're talking about? Can I try that? Yes, you can. It'll be $4 and I'll mail it to you in the mail.
it's supposed to go live the 8th.
The Weekender thing.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, lady. So that sale, and then June health bet. We've done a health bet multiple times in the past. So I did post in the page. There's a Google Drive. Amanda has shared. I'll put my stuff in a Google Drive and share that folder as well in the team page. But I did a live video in the team page the other day and talked about those things and linked the group and the documents. Amanda is a genius on like equations and stuff on like Excel, and she has put together the thing that people plug their, I don't even know what the words are to say because I just don't know anything about any of that stuff, but you plug in their weight and it factors how much percentage weight loss that they've achieved, which is amazing. So thank you, Amanda, for putting those things together, and all those things are in there. So you guys, with a health bet like this, it typically takes like 2 weeks of like talking about things for people to get engaged and having those conversations and having those follow-ups. So what we're doing for the month of June is we're doing our traditional health bet where it's a $10 buy-in. And I think, you know, as a coach, you've got to use your best discretion. So if your people are doing Weight Watchers and using Vega protein shakes, they're not going to be an ideal candidate for the health bet because they're not using Beachbody stuff. And this is a Beachbody health bet. We're Beachbody coaches. Like, we're not going to encourage people to continue to do what's not working for them, obviously, because if they're asking about this, then they need some kind of additional support. So we're bringing them in and we're having them use Beachbody workouts. We're plugging them in with a Beachbody workout. We're having them use Beachbody supplements. Like, if you look at the value of a challenge pack and $8.32 a month for Beachbody On Demand, and then a whole bag of basically meals that are delivered to their door for $40, 30 meals for $40. You cannot find that anywhere else for the quality of what comes in Shakeology. And dive into the Shakeology podcast if you need additional support with tell me about Shakeology. There's videos on the BB Links app. But for the quality of what is put into a bag of Shakeology, it's absolutely worth $130. People will dispute that all day long, but you get it for $40 this month. So when you have that conversation with people, a lot of times it's because of price objection. I always say, give me 30 days. Try this for 30 days. And I promise if you're not feeling better after 30 days of somewhat consistent workouts, because we know people aren't going to work out every day. That's life. And drinking this shake, and I'm going to send you a whole bunch of recipes and teach you how to make it so it tastes like a milkshake. Try this for 30 days. And if you're not feeling any better, if you haven't seen any change, send it back and get your money back. I won't be offended. I won't unfriend you. Send it back. And 9.9 times out of 10, they're not going to send it back. I mean, knock on wood, it's like 10 out of 10 for, I think, most people. Because you're giving somebody something that they don't have. They need accountability. They need support. They need better nutrition. You're giving them a ton of resources. I mean, we post a weekly meal plan in the health bet or in our challenge groups. We post all kinds of nutrition tips, fitness tips. You're giving them the community. You're checking in on them that they're not getting when they just go to the gym on their own or when they buy a DVD from Walmart to do on their own. They're not getting that community and accountability. So just that alone is worth so much more than what they're actually physically purchasing. So the health bet, we're kicking off on June 1st. And I am personally doing a Facebook group separate for the June health bet. And I'm going to do a prep week starting like I've opened a group already. I haven't put any content in there whatsoever, but with the Mompreneur group, she does have a 7-day prep week that I'm going to, and I have a Google Doc 7-day prep week anyway. So I'm going to just do some posts in there that are like getting people familiar with nutrition and meal planning. And I'm going to keep that group open for the month of June. And we will officially kick off on Monday, June 1st, new month, new week. It's a Monday, which is awesome, and go through the 30th. I'm going to keep enrollment open until June 7th. So that's a Sunday, that's Sunday night. So that will give us all the opportunity to continue to invite to that group, to continue to find people who want to participate. And we'll keep people posted in the group, like now the pot's up to 200, now the pot's up to 300 and all that stuff. So $10 buy-in. Do they have to be using Shakeology or Performance to get into the group? Well, if they're not using anything else, I would 100% encourage it. If they're using something else, I would just have that conversation with them. And again, like we're all grown-ups, like use your best discretion. And if somebody's like, oh, I'm using Plexus, I would just say, well, this group probably isn't for you because we use Beachbody in our groups to get results. That's the only product that I am comfortable with for sharing with my clients. So I would encourage you to give this a try for the month if you want to do this health bet. And I have no problem having that conversation with people because this is my business. And I'm not going to go get takeout from IHOP and go sit down at Denny's and eat it. That's just not how we operate. So have that conversation with people and say, listen, like this is my group. I make the rules. Like I get to say who comes in and who doesn't and what you use and what you don't. And if you don't want to use any products whatsoever, sure, you can use Beachbody On Demand to get results. But you best not be signing up with Beachbody On Demand and posting your isogenics shake in my group because then you're out. And I mean, is that harsh? You guys know it's your business. So, I mean, it's your income, it's your investment, it's your time away from your family. So if it's worth it to you to do that, that's up to you. I'm not going to shame anybody but what I'm telling you is use your best discretion. You are a grown up. So Health Bet Group, Beachbody, products, programs, all of that. I'm just pairing a program with somebody that I feel like would be a good choice for them. It's not a requirement that they do 21-day fix or that they do 4 weeks of the prep or that they do whatever else. I'm just having that conversation with them and saying, you know, what do you like to do? What would help you get the best results right now for this month? What do you have? What equipment do you have in your house? You know, what is going to work best for you? So I typically default to a week of clean week and 21-day fix real time or 21-day fix extreme real time, because then it gives them like a physical calendar for 4 weeks. But again, like if they love lifting and they can only do it 4 days a week, then lift 4 maybe their jam. Or if they are like all in and want to get some kick-ass results for the whole summer, 80-day obsession may be their jam. So just have that conversation with them. Talk to them about what works, what's worked for you, what you enjoy, what you see people have results with. Send them transformations. You can Google any transformations for anything or post in the Dream Team page or Forever Fit, or our group has done a lot of programs and we all have a bunch of different results and things to share too. Okay, so Health Bet. I made some stories, posted those in the team page, all kinds of things there. So feel free to use whatever you guys want for those. And you can even go back if you just search Health Bet in our team page. There's so many resources from Health Bets in the past that we've done over the years too. New coaches. I know we don't have really any new coaches on this call right now, but who may be listening into the recording. You guys, this is like a great opportunity for you to really see your business take off. It's a really great opportunity for you to just dig your heels in. Now, I know coming in as a new coach, it may seem intimidating and as a like, I don't know how to make those graphics. I haven't started my own group yet. I'm not sure where to begin. That's why you have a team. That's why you have a coach. That's why you have leaders on your team that are willing to link arms and help you and guide you along the way. That's why we post scripts, why we talk about conversations, why we do trainings, why we do all kinds of things like that. And it's because we want to help you succeed. When I started, we didn't have crap. I had to figure it all out for myself. I didn't have a training. My coach is wonderful. I love her to death, but she wasn't checking in on me and going, did you invite people today? Did you do this today? Let me see your tracker. And not that that's a bad thing, but I knew if I wanted my business to grow, I was going to have to stick my neck out there and I was going to have to work. And I wasn't going to rely on somebody else to do the work for me because it's my business. So I say this with all the love in my heart. Sometimes you just have to get over the fact that like, this is different than anything that we've ever done before, but it's so much better because you're helping people change their life and you're helping people find that confidence and that strength and get through the struggle. And you're helping yourself do that too, because when you get to help somebody reach certain goals, not only does it make them feel really, really amazing, but it makes you feel really good too. And it makes your purpose and your passion skyrocket. And I wouldn't be in this business as long as I have been if it wasn't for that continued fuel of like excitement and enthusiasm and energy coming from challengers and coming from our team. So when we say take these resources and run with them, we mean it, because this gives you, we all pour so much into helping people get results. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have all the right tools. You don't have to have an assistant. You don't have to have a fancy Facebook picture or Instagram feed or hundreds and thousands of followers. You can do this with just a mindset and just showing up. Consistency is everything. I've shown up pretty much every day for the last 5.5 years. And that's a big reason why I've had the success that I've had, because I refuse to quit. And I refuse to let somebody else dictate my income and how I want my business to go. I want to do this myself. I want to do it for my family, for my significant other, and just all of the things that, anyway, it's, the coffee's kicked in when I get off on a tangent on a Saturday morning. All right, so FitBet, 3-day refresh group. Next week, this next week after Memorial Day, I'm going to do a new coach kickoff call. Likely going to be on Wednesday night. And then we will do a coaching cocktail hour on Thursday as well. We have several recordings in the team page from those cocktail hours. I just had somebody reach out to me yesterday who, so let me backtrack a minute. So I had posted the 3 days of consistency I've had this week. I posted that in a bigger group, in that like Rachel Hollis group. And a girl had basically, she messaged me and she said she stalked my page and she saw that I did this coaching cocktail hour thing. And she was really upset that she missed it. And she wanted to know if I had recorded it because she wanted to watch it, because she saw through my posts that I have had some success in this business with fitness and nutrition, and she was intrigued and she wanted to learn more. So last night I sent her a recording from a couple weeks ago with a cocktail hour with all of our team on there talking about their stories and journey and all of the stuff, and sent that to her, and then sent her, we have a document in the team page that's like a next step. It's a PDF. That I sent to her about coaching. And she's like, she's adorable. She's like a meal prepping, nutrition, fitness person. And I'm like, how are you not coaching? Like, you're literally doing all the things that a coach does. Like, I thought you were a coach. And she's like, just from seeing a consistency in my feed and seeing those consistent posts, she reached out. So when I talk about consistency, it's things like that, you never know who's going to see your post. You never know who's watching. You never know who that person is that's going to reach out and go, all right, you look like you know what you're doing, or you look like you're showing up. I don't know what I'm doing most days, but I look like I'm showing up and I look like I'm doing things. So that pays off, guys, that having those, putting those things out there on social media. You can't always rely on your social media posts to get your work done for you. You do have to do the behind the scenes stuff too, the conversations, the invites and stuff like that, if you're wanting your business to grow consistently. But just that consistency does make a big difference in your business. All right, so as we find out more about the Dream Team Olympics, I will put info out to you guys about that. I know it's coming through the Rising Stars group. New coach kickoff next week, and we're going to work through the health bet for the month of June. So that's my June group. And then I know that in July, we have MBF coming out. The new, I'm so excited for that. So as that comes out, I think, wrapping our mind around Clean Week, and maybe we should all do Clean Week as a team and like show up and like do a Megan Davies Clean Week and like put our results out there and like use the meal plan and stuff and get familiar with her. But that's going to be an amazing summer launch, especially with a 3-week program and a 3-week program. Like it's in a not a similar format to 21 Day Fix, but like there's a 3-week regular program and then 3 weeks of higher intensity. So that will be a great thing to launch, and will be a big business driver for the month of July as well. And summer's in June. So get your mind around kind of what you want to do with the month of June, and all usually like a summer strong kind of challenge thing. I think the Mompreneur was like a summer strong squad for the month of June. So there's a bunch of things that we can use as resources coming through for that June health bet, fit bet. Now is the time to promote for it and do those things and invite stories, all the things. All right. Anybody have anything we want to add? Amanda, you want a boomerang? I'm always like, okay, let's boomerang. And then we get off the call and then we're like, damn it, we forgot. There's Kelly. How's your workout?
Sarah, how's your muffin? Oh my God, so good.
They're amazing. Like, amazing.
Really?
Yes. Look at
Bria,
Are they good?
This is my second one.
are they
Are they made with sugar and butter? Yeah, that's why they're so good.
yeah.
They have a
Yeah.
crumble on the top.
I've never done anything with rhubarb. How is it?
What'd you say?
I've never used rhubarb. I don't know anything about rhubarb.
That's what I said.
It's sweet and tart.
Yeah, it's good.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, while we're preparing to boom, I've been in an epic battle with Beachbody. Okay, let me just lay the foundation for you. I purchased Ultimate Portion Fix, right? And there's a monthly fee for it. Yeah? Okay. Does the content change?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when a customer purchases it, they pay the monthly fee and they get extra stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's no option to just like To Be Mindset. You pay once and you have access to the core content videos. There's no option for that with Ultimate Portion Fix.
Yeah.
Yeah, there still is. They
Yeah,
just canceled
okay.
their monthly subscription.
Thank you. I've been on this whole freaking time getting so pissed because they're telling me that I'm someone who's paid extra to get my certification.
You
And
just
I
don't
can't have
get the-
access?
You just don't get the additional monthly videos. You
I
should
want the
still
monthly!
get they still get the original 39.
Okay. I'm just so annoyed.
Hang up and try someone new.
I'm being switched to the escalation line.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they don't know their shit.
Because I asked to cancel the monthly fix because I wasn't looking at it and I don't need to pay $20. I just want to watch the videos
Yeah.
again.
I just canceled. I mean, I canceled mine like 2 months after I started renewing. I'm like, I'm not rewatching all these new videos.
Do you still have access to the core videos? I'm
And
so
you should
annoyed.
still have access to all your materials because you know how many times I go in there and re-download that shit?
Right. So, but I can't, the only way to access anything is to go through the certification portion. I can't just pull up Ultimate Portion Fix. It's
No.
locked on. Yep. See?
So
I'm
yours
so
is
annoyed.
messed up.
What? I don't understand. Why is it being like that? What in the-
Mine,
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
But
messed
I've
up.
requested them to unlock it this is the third time now in the last 6 weeks, because every time you're like, I watched the Ultimate Portion Fix videos, I'm like, right, I gotta go in there and open those back up again. I don't know.
I share that content with so many people like that don't even, but like just regular challengers. I'm like, I've not made them purchase it, but sometimes like if I'm talking nutrition, I'll go in and download that material and send it to them. I'm like,
Yeah. I don't understand. Let me back in.
yeah, they need to let you back in, because if you paid for it, you get those videos are lifetime access. Like you're never going to lose them. You're not going to get the new content she creates every month, but no one needs it.
I'm so annoyed.
Yeah, I would be
I'm
like, I need
sorry.
to talk to someone else.
God, this is taking forever. I've been on with him almost this entire time. By the way.
I have left awful reviews the last like 4 or 5 times. Like, I don't know who they're hiring, but they're a-holes that don't know anything.
Their current customer service people.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what. I agree. It's not.
I've never had a bad time with customer service.
I have the last 2 months. They've been awful. Like they've been rude. Like it's been bad. But yeah, before I loved them. Now it sucks.
Yeah. Yep.
Good luck to you.